Hey everyone, Loaded Buggy here, otherwise known as Devin. I just want to say right off the bat, thanks so much for the positive reception in the last two commentaries I did. It was really surprising reception, really positive. Lots of comments saying how it took you guys right back to 2009, 2011, and that's exactly what I was going for. And so I'm really glad that that's kind of worked out this way. But yeah, as you can see before you, got a little bit of Black Ops 2, and yeah, I was just kind of thinking, it's been really silly lately. I've been playing these classic Call of Duties, and something will happen to me in the game, and it'll just start making me think about things that are applicable in real life based on what happened to me in the game. And what happened earlier today was a chase. I was chasing after a guy. You know, I put a couple bullets in him and started chasing after him because he like went around the corner, and I pushed him, and that was not the correct move because he read me like a book. He ran around that corner immediately, flipped the 180, aimed down sights, and absolutely railed me once I came around that corner. And I should have expected it. I should not have chased like that. I should have been patient. I should have waited, and it did not work out the way that I wanted it to. But the same thing can happen to me in a game like this, where I will go after the chase and I'll go be super aggressive, and that person won't do a 180. They won't turn around and absolutely wreck me, but instead I'll get the best of them, and that just is part of the nature of the chase. And I think that's kind of what had me thinking about real life and the chase. Sometimes you have to be patient, and sometimes the timing's not right, but sometimes you just have to be aggressive. You have to just push through. You have to persevere. There's going to be some discomfort in real life whenever you chase sometimes. And I think that's more applicable whenever you're chasing after a dream or chasing after a job or an opportunity. Sometimes there's rejection. Sometimes they'll say, hey, well, it's not a good time, or you don't have the amount of experience that we're looking for when it comes to a job, or maybe it's a boy or a girl, and they're like, hey, I think we'd be much better friends or something. And I know that hurts. Sometimes the chase and perseverance is worth it, because you never know if the eyes need to be opened, or if you just don't have that experience yet that job or opportunity is looking for. But you won't get that opportunity, you won't get that experience if you don't persevere, if you don't keep chasing after your dream. I'll give a really brief rundown of an experience I had with chasing and perseverance and patience, and that's with my wife. We started talking shortly after she had broken up with a boyfriend, and I was very, very interested in this woman, and head over heels. And she wasn't ready. I'll just say that she wasn't ready for me, and we basically kind of our friendship at the time is really what it was. And although I wanted it to be more, it was really just a friendship. I was keeping her company as she was going through a hard time, and I wanted a lot more out of our relationship than what she was ready to give, and that was on me for having those expectations. But I wasn't really willing to give up on her, you know. Obviously the timing wasn't perfect, but sometimes the chase just has to be done. You can't just pump the brakes, you know. And after we kind of called it quits during that short period, we were still friends, we were still cordial, and we went to the same church, so we saw each other a lot still, and so we kept it cordial, we kept it positive, we kept it friendly, and I think not writing her off did me wonders. So I had to chase initially, and I chased aggressively, but then she put the walls up a little bit and set some boundaries, and I had to respect that. So I kept things very friendly, kept things open, and I was just patient. I was waiting. I was just thinking, I have a feeling that this is my wife to be, and obviously it turned out that I was right. But her father actually came to me at one point and said, hey, I know you and my daughter aren't working out right now, but hopefully in the future. And to me, that was further motivation to wait just a little bit longer. And a couple months later, she texted me and she said, hey, I want to talk to you. And I'm like, okay, I'm just coming out from work. And so we meet at a local coffee shop, and she basically says, I made a mistake. I'm sorry. I want you back, and I hope you give me a chance. I hope you give us a chance. in short. I'm paraphrasing, of course, but so I did, essentially. I mean, I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm going to put my walls up, and yeah, we're going to take this really slow, but that didn't freaking happen. I was, she read me like a book. She opened the floodgates, man, and I absolutely melted. And I've been melting for 8 years. It's a wonderful feeling. But sometimes that chase is worth it, and sometimes you have to be patient for that chase. Sometimes you have to just really go after things aggressively. Sometimes you just have to hit the gas, pedal to the metal, and just go, 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 go. And often I feel like that's more applicable in terms of those opportunities and those jobs as I use as examples. You just really have to go for it, get that experience, and grind and grind and grind. But other times, like in my experience with my wife, I had to just stop. I had to chase, put myself out there, stop, and then be patient. And with that patience came a wonderful, wonderful marriage that we've had for the past 6 years, and it resulted in the fruits of our labor, of our relationship, and that's my 2 children. And I don't know. I think there's great value in the chase, and I think there's also great value in patience. Patience is a skill. Patience is not something that you're just born with necessarily. It's something that you have to nurture. It's something that you have to proactively utilize to strengthen that skill. So I just thought that would be some interesting encouragement to you guys, that if you're looking for something to chase, if there's something that you are chasing after, go after it aggressively, but also learn to be patient too. Use that patience, and you just may get the result that you want. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you got some value out of this topic today. And if you have any suggestions on topics you want me to speak about, go ahead and leave that in the comments section below. I'd love to hear from you. But again, thanks for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful day.